All right. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Pilates. And let's get started. We're going to start on our backs. We just let Sarah in, and we will start on our backs. Okay. Great. So we're going to start with our legs. We're going to take it up. And we're going to rise up, holding it nice and tight. Turn our palms down. And we're going to beat, tiny little beat. In, breathe in for 5 counts. And then breathe out for 5 counts. Now we're going to straighten the leg as we do this for 5 counts. So still doing beats and breathing in. And then breathing out and bringing them back. So we're taking 5 to come out and 5 to come back. Great work. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Take the head down. We're going to send one leg across the floor. Take the arms out to a T and take the other leg up for leg circles. So try and keep both of your hips on the floor rather than letting like one come off as you move the top leg. So try and keep them both on the floor anchored. And we're going to circle in one direction. For 8. And now we're going to go in the other direction for 8. Take the leg. Let's just do a quick stretch while we're up here. Flex the foot. You can grab on the upper leg or the lower leg, depending on your flexibility. Just don't grab on the knee joint. Just pull the leg in towards you. Get a little stretch while we're here. Open that leg to the side. And again, you can grab onto the thigh. Or if you're very bendy and your leg is up here and it's easy to grab onto the lower leg, you can. That's just never happening for me. So wherever you hold it is great. And then lower the leg down back to the center. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. So we're going to take the other leg, lift it to the ceiling, arms out, and we're going to circle it for 8 in one direction. And now reverse the direction. Let's take that foot to a flex position. And then you're going to grab up on the lower leg or on your upper leg and pull it towards you, however much you can. And then you're going to take it outside. Same thing, trying to keep the opposing hip on the ground so that both are on the ground. And then bring the leg down into the front. Awesome, awesome job. We're gonna take ourselves in like a ball, and we're gonna curl and extend. Curl and extend the arms long behind you. I'm gonna move this back a bit because I'm like a little cut off. Going. If you want, you can take the arms out into a full circle, or if you prefer, just have them go out and in, that works as well. And each time you come center, really see if you can curl into as much of a ball as you can. Great work. And come down. Take the arms out to a T again, and we're gonna come into a tabletop. And then we're gonna lower our legs towards one side and then raise them back to the center. If you happen to have something like yoga block or light like the yoga block that you wanna put in between your thighs, you can do that, because then that will add like an extra piece where your inner thighs are contracting. But if you don't have one, you can just do it just with your legs. It's just like an added. If you have it, great to add it. That rhymed. Not on purpose though. Keeping the shoulders on both sides of the mat, so the rotation is happening through the thoracic spine, it's like the middle part of the spine. And you're going down and then bringing yourself back up. So you're not going to the floor, because then you'd be resting. Let's do a couple more. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And take it down. Somehow I migrated. I don't quite know how that happened. But awesome sauce. Next on our agenda, we are going to extend our legs. And we're going to roll, sit up fully, essentially. So we're going to bring our arms above our heads. Let that lift us to seated. Ideally without the legs lifting. So what I did is ideally what you should not do. Stretch forward and then come down vertebrae by vertebrae. So thinking about your lower back, inching towards the floor, then the center of your back, then your shoulders, then your head. And my feet are a little bit apart, not super apart, but they're a little bit apart. Let's do that again. Sit up, then you're gonna lean a bit forward, sit up straight, and then roll back down. One little bit at a time. Come on up. And then roll back down. Notice that my feet are flexed and they're a little spread apart. So they're not 100% in, they're just like a little out in a comfortable mini straddle. I'm still breaking this yoga mat in, so it like still rolls, unfortunately. That's also my fault. I got this new yoga mat to replace my old yoga mat and then left it in the box for like 3 months or 2 months for like really no reason other than like, I just want to keep using the old one so that when I finally use this new one, it'll like feel super new and the old one will feel even older, but it was kind of silly. So it probably also was curling because it was in a box for forever. Great work. Keep going. Let's all try for 4 more. Still controlling every step of the way. And then this will be my last one. And roll down. Awesome, awesome work. We are going to turn onto our sides and come up. We're gonna take our shoulder and wrist and align those, stack ourselves, and then take a leg out vertically. Not vertically, horizontally. Horizontally. Then we're gonna kick forward with a flexed foot and point back. Kick forward with a flexed foot and point back. While trying to keep the shoulders and hips stacked and keeping the leg at the same height. We'll do 12. So we have 2 more. And 12. Take it down. We're going to slide over to the other side. Same thing. Get your shoulder in line with your wrist. Your kickstand leg is being your support. You're stacking so that you're vertical and not falling forward. Then you're going to flex forward and point back. Flex forward and back. Sorry, I think you can't see my foot. Flex forward and point back. This is 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Take it down. Awesome, awesome job. And we're gonna transition into our saw. So our legs are coming out into more of a straddle, but whatever straddle is like comfortable for you. So if you find that you can't sit up straight, just take the legs in a little bit. So whatever's comfortable for you, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back, thinking about your head being elevated like you've got a thread that's holding you like a marionette. Take the arms out. You're going to twist towards one side. Take your hand that's in front and move forward towards the far side of your foot, the pinky toe. Come up, come center. Twist the other way. Come on down forward. Come up and center, hitting my window, so I'm just gonna move forward. Come out, press down, come up and center. Twist through the spine, still being nice and tall, then leaning forward again, still with a straight spine, so we're not rounding as we come forward. We're pushing, not pushing, we're moving from the hip. Out. Take it out. Great work. A few more. Let's do 2 more on each side. Make sure you're still sitting up with a nice tall posture. And this is our last one. Shake out the legs, take them in, take them into a quick butterfly, and just take a stretch forward. Come on up, and you're going to face the short side of your mat again, and we're going to do rolling like a ball, like my favorite Pilates exercise ever. So you're going to come up into your ball, holding on either here or here. You're going to roll back, and then come back up and use your momentum to come back up, but then use your core to keep you from falling. Move back because my unrolling mat is getting in the way of my feet doing it themselves. So again, you're going to roll back, roll up and hold, keeping yourself nice and, I guess, ball-like. Great work. Make sure you're pausing up here for the challenge, for the balance. And let's do a couple more. And next time, let's stay here. We're going to lift our legs out if we can and come into a balance. You can also have the legs in tabletop. We're going to hold. And we're going to take our legs and switch them back and forth. So we're doing little beats with our inner thighs. For 8 more. 7 more. 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Take the legs in and down. And relax. Come onto your back. We're going to do some glute bridges. So take the feet close to your glutes, about hip width apart. And you're going to press up through those heels, squeeze at the top and lower. If you have a Pilates ring, you could definitely use it here. Great opportunity to, but I know that most don't, so we'll just do it with our bodies only. Try and come up straight rather than like rolling through the spine. So press through the heels to send that butt up, squeeze and lower. Great work. Let's do 4 more. And on our last one, we're going to stay up and hold and pulse down. So come on up and stay, pulse down. Great work. For 4 more. For 3. For 2. And 1. Take it down. Awesome job. Take one leg up. Let's give ourselves a nice glute stretch. Pull the leg in, we're gonna do a little variation. We're gonna send the top leg down so that the sole of that foot hits the ground. The other foot's gonna slide along to this side so that the outside of the lower leg is down, and you're gonna feel a twist kind of in your lower spine. Both your shoulders are still on the mat. So the twist is happening a bit lower than like when we do the tabletop twist one. Take it up. Let's switcheroo to the other leg on top, stretching out our glutes. Same thing here. So we're going to take our top foot and move that towards the ground as the bottom foot moves away from our midline. And we're going to land with the top foot on the ground, the bottom leg bent, and the outside of that leg on the mat, and feeling the stretch on the other side. Great work. Take the leg up. Bring it down. We're going to roll onto our stomachs. We're going to bring our hands below our shoulders, and we're going to stretch out and up long. We're going to keep our hands there just so we can get a really nice stretch across the rectus abdominis, because you'll feel those muscles stretch when you extend your back like this. So we're not going to let go today. We're just going to have a nice little stretch. And lower. Let's do that one more time. Reminder to keep the shoulders away from the ears. And press that pelvis into the mat as you think about up and out mermaid style. And lower. Take your legs in so that your heels are touching and your legs are a little bit wider than your hips. And you're going to press your pelvis into the mat, and you're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower the heels, which will take the legs off the ground. Let's do 5 more. Take the legs down. Let's just do one Superman for good measure, because I can't not do it. I think it's super fun. So bring the arms out, the legs out. Hold that core nice and tight. Think about going to opposite ends of the room with your limbs, but also going up so you're being like a hammock. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower. Push your hands up. Send yourself into a child's pose to round that back into flexion, the opposite of extension. Chin on the mat. And let's just take a second here. Inhale your way up to all fours. Let's finish off with a little bit of cat and cow. Come back to your neutral. Let's sit on down and just stretch laterally, keeping both hips on the floor even as you move to the side. Keeping those shoulders stacked, so try not to roll forward like this. Keep The shoulders in line. And come on up. Other way. And come on up. Roll the shoulders back. Roll them forward. Roll them back one more time again. Sit up nice and tall. Just be conscious of your posture, where your neck is relative to your shoulders. Is it jutted forward? If it is, think about actively bringing it back, because it's like tech neck where we all like have it forward. Just think about that for the rest of your workday if you can. And yeah, hope to see some of you tomorrow at 8:30 for Rise and Stretch.
Thank you, Julie.
Thanks, Julie. Bye.
Bye.